Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the 5 things that I love about the 2022 Genesis GV70. Before we get into the video though, I do want to mention, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, I'm going to include a link to my car buying guide in the description down below. I am going to be raising the price in the next couple of weeks, so if you want to get it at the lower price, get it now. Let's get into the video. So the first thing has to pertain to the looks. So sorry that the car is dirty. It has been snowing a bunch, and well, you guys know what happens when it snows a bunch, cars get dirty. So anyways, I love the looks of the new just Genesis lineup in general. So obviously they took the designer from Bentley and they had that person, well, design all of the new Genesis product, and it works, right? You've got the logo that mimics the Bentley logo. You got this massive front grille, really cool stylized headlights, and then notice the venting here at the bottom. And then you can see here with the large 21-inch wheels. And again, look at the design there on the wheels, and then also with the large brake caliper with the Genesis logo. And then you can see the setup there in the rear. Notice that black accenting off to the side. And then look at the side profile. Just look how nice it flows. You've got the nice trim right that goes around the windows as well. And then popping into the rear, just look how sleek it is. So yeah, I think they just absolutely nailed it from an exterior styling perspective. It does look like a mini Bentley Bentayga, and some people will, possibly mistake it for that. But I'm okay with that because I think it looks good, right? Whether or not a car looks like another car doesn't really matter to me as long as it is pretty. The number 2 thing with the GV70 is the interior. Thank goodness we can go over this point so I can get out of the snow for just this is kind of getting turned into hail for just a second. But anyways, first get snowed into the interior. I love the design, and the material use is amazing with this, right? Just look at all the different elements here. And then the seats as well with the red seat belts. Just look how beautiful these seats look, minus the snow, of course. And look at all the controls again, just from an aesthetic perspective. Material perspective, everything's really, like, all the controls you touch are really nice in terms of the feel. And then continue that here to the front, because notice here with the stocks, you've got nice metallic trim at the ends so that it feels like you're touching something high end. And then look at the steering wheel, stitching here on the center with the Genesis logo, just feels great. And the paddle shifter's also nice. They're not just plasticky and crappy like what a lot of other manufacturers will do. And you can see here with the dash, right? Just has this very nice upscale luxury car appearance. And of course the window stickers back there, we'll go over that in a moment. But yeah, I think they did a really good job in terms of, and look at like the stitching here, how it connects, just in terms of the design of the interior and then the material use. And then we've got a premium headliner as well. So yeah, suffice to say, interior is top notch, and it feels way more expensive than the price point this car's at. So the number 3 thing has to pertain to the technology. So first off, you have a really cool lighting system, and obviously they did the double stack design, which is great. And I guess we should get the key fob out for the next bit of technology. So we've got remote start, right, and opening for the hatch, which is pretty normal, but this has the self-park feature, which is another cool bit of technology to have in a car. So that's another thing. And then, I know this is less on the techie side, more on the luxury side, but having heated seats in the rear and climate zone in the rear, right? So, it's a more modern technology, but I'm going to mention it. And then popping here to the interior. So we have this cool advanced driveline or all-wheel drive system, right? That'll divert power to the front or the rear depending on what it needs, right? That's another cool piece of technology. Turn signal cameras, another cool piece of technology. We've got a really solid, come on, go into reverse, camera system, as you can see here, in terms of just the resolution, and it's a full 360 camera system. And then we've got blind spot monitoring, right? And then we have some self-driving stuff, right? It's got adaptive cruise control. The steering assistance is top notch. It works very well. You pretty much, like, I'm not saying that you should do this. Don't try this at home, kids, but like, you could just like lightly rest your hand on the steering wheel, or you could take your hand off the steering wheel and it'll be able to steer perfectly itself. Again, don't do that. Always keep your hands on the steering wheel, right? From a safety perspective. But I'm just trying to highlight that it's a really, really good system. It's got a 3D gauge cluster as well, which I'm trying to get it to pop up onto the camera by moving it backwards. And I don't know if it's gonna, you have to see it in person, but that's another cool thing. And then heads-up display, right? So there's just a lot of cool technology with this. And so yeah, I don't know. I dig it. So the number 4 thing has to pertain to the performance. So this should be a pretty quick point. I guess that we'll pop the hood. So since we're talking about performance, and you know, we gotta show this bad boy engine and yada 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 yada. You know the deal. See if I can get this in one take with the little latch. There we go. So 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo. 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque. Hopefully I got that right. I think I did. 8-speed automatic transmission. It's quick. It's not a very heavy SUV. And actually, we'll shut the hood so that we can see what the weight of the vehicle is. So, gross vehicle weight rating, 5,700 pounds. Front, rear, you can see that whole setup. And then you can see what the payload is. So you have to minus the payload from the gross vehicle weight rating to get the weight of the vehicle. So 5,700 minus the 953. So you're less than 5,000 pounds, right? Which, you know, is not super lightweight by any means, but this is not a big SUV. It handles great. It feels quick. And yeah, it's such a ride to drive. Genesis has nailed it with their driving dynamics. This is one of the most exciting SUVs to drive. It reminds me of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. This is kind of like in between the base Stelvio and the Quadrifoglio, because the base Stelvio is like right around 300 horsepower, and then the Quadrifoglio is 500 horsepower. This is right around 400 horsepower. And so like, if you love the driving dynamics of the Stelvio, but you don't quite want a Quadrifoglio, that's kind of what this gives you from a driving dynamics perspective. And it has that cool luxury car appearance as well. And so yeah, it's a fun SUV to drive. Now, number 5 has to pertain to the price. We get to pop back in again and go over the window sticker. Look how big these things are now. Man, this is getting fun. Utah. Okay, well, first off, we have to see if I got my power figures correct from memory, because it'll usually show it here on the window sticker. 375, 391. Looks like I got it right. 8-speed automatic transmission. But anyways, base price, $52,600. Now this has 2 packages that I recommend after living with this for a week. You've got the Sport Advanced package, and you guys can see that adds the really nice interior. And then you can see the Sport Prestige package. Now, if you just want the nice luxury interior and most of the cool safety tech features and everything, Sport Advanced, that'll be enough, right? And you'll be under $60,000. But if you want the really, really nice looking interior and just like full-blown luxury car experience, then also get the Sport Prestige package. But you can see total MSRP there, $64,045, which sounds like a lot of money. But you got to remember, the average price of a brand new car right now, $45,000. $45,000. Remember that. Okay? So yes, this is about $20,000 more than the average price for a brand new car, roughly. But it's a luxury car. Great performance. Actually gets good fuel economy as well. And it has this beautiful interior. Basically drives itself. And it's such good value. And compared to the competition, like a lot of the competitors in this segment will give you like their base model car that competes against this for the same price that you're getting this fully loaded. So that's another thing, is it's just a huge value compared to the competition. And so yeah, even though $64,000 seems like a lot, you're getting a lot for $64,000. Now let's get some things up for the 5 things that I love about the 2022 Genesis GV70. Again, like I said, if you want to save time, money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide before the price goes up. I'll see all of you in the next video.